This is 106.1 The Corner. It's Monday morning, and it's time to get active and get moving. Gil and Francesca of Charlottesville Running Company are here. Another week. Good morning, guys.
Hey,
morning,
Brad. Good morning. Yeah, the last update I had, so everybody that's been keeping up, Brad has been working out at ACAC with Jackie. Jackie's wonderful personal trainer.
She's great.
And yeah, apparently, well, have you met her actually?
A couple times.
Because according to her, she's having a hard time tracking you down.
Well, you know, the thing with Jackie.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about this.
She has been sending me funny emails like, you know, our sessions are great because if I have an appointment, I'll show up. You know, I have to do my personal training with her, but getting in there on my own time sometimes can be challenging. I'm more comfortable. This is going to sound weird. Oh, here we go. I like workout buddies who are female better. No. I do it because I'm intimidated by the guys, especially guys that are like gym guys. You know? Yeah.
Well, you know, that's a nice thing about the environment, especially downtown at ACAC. They do a really good job. It's a really good mix of people. You have a lot of people who are brand new to working out. You have people who've been working out forever. You know, and they kind of separate all the heavyweight stuff.
Totally.
You know, people that are bulking up, doing the bigger things from, you know, being more cardio. So it's not overly intimidating, Brad. I mean,
right. No,
it's a good environment.
It is.
Yeah,
it's just, you know.
Well, but the one thing Jackie's been saying that there's some issues with it. Is it the homework or something?
Well, yeah, she'll give me the homework of like, you know, show up and do this routine. They have these nice little note cards that she planned out for me, and I'm supposed to write down, you know, how I do when I show up on my own. And she keeps checking my work, and there's red ink on it, like a teacher, you know. Incomplete, failing grade.
Incomplete.
Yeah.
So Brad is a work in progress. Brad's a work in progress. But you're doing. Hey, you're at least you're thinking about it. You're doing a few things.
Well, exactly.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Sure.
At the beginning.
It is. It's a work in progress, and I think what I'm working up to is like one of these runs. You've got this fall classic. You brought me the poster right here. This is a 10K, so this might be a little much for me.
There is a race before that. If you want to wear a wig, you could come to the Real Girls Run. That's on October 9th.
October 9th. That's a 6K. To get away with that. And we're really excited. It starts and finishes at Dardentown Park. The course this year is it's different. It's going to be nice and flat. We made a few adjustments to it. Should be a great day, October 9th. And then, as you mentioned, the Fall Classic is a 10K, which gets people from all over the country. Starts downtown, finishes downtown at Charlottesville Running Company.
It's the flattest course in Charlotte, so there's nothing that flat.
Yeah. Well, and the cool thing for the Fall Classic is the cash purse. What does it say here? $1,300 cash prizes.
So we have a lot of very skinny, thin people that show up
and win money.
You don't see for very long. It's really funny. We have some of our cyclists that are leading these guys, and they hit the footpath. And as you come off the Rivanna footpath, which is not far from where you live, footpath, there is a hill that takes you up to Locust Avenue, and the cyclists can't keep up going up the hill. And these guys are like running a 4-something minute mile. They can't keep up going up that hill. So
I just want to get to like, if I could do like an 11 or 12 minute mile,
there you go.
But starting somewhere, you know, starting somewhere. Well, this is the Get Moving Charlottesville segment every Monday morning on 106.1 The Corner, and today we just wanted to run through health myths.
Health myths. This is a good one because a lot of these, anytime I go home to visit my grandma, she gives me, you know what, about different things. Many of them are on this list, apparently. So the first one is, every time I take a shower, don't go out with your hair.
Oh, I've been told that since I was a little kid. Don't go outside without drying your hair. You'll get a cold. You'll get sick.
Apparently, like I've been telling my grandma for the past, 37 years, not true. You can go out in the winter, in the summer, and if it's in the very cold outside and you go out with wet hair, you might get cold, but you're not going to catch a cold. There is no scientific evidence that going out with wet hair is actually going to make you catch a cold.
So the next one, I'm not sure what member of the production team came up with this one for the show. I've never heard of this one. Maybe you have. You heard of this one? So maybe that's why. Maybe your grandma. Now we got to mention her. This is a 90-something-year-old lady that lives in the Alps of Italy.
Right.
Coming up with So gum stays in your stomach for 7 years.
I have heard that. I've heard don't swallow your gum.
So if you chew gum every day, you've got like this little monster growing in your stomach.
Yes.
They say, well, you know, if you've been chewing it for at least 7 years, then, you know, some go out, some comes in. And
but that's not true.
Not
true. Okay, thank you. I feel better.
It gets out like everything else, like corn.
Right.
You can follow it if you want to.
Right.
Oh,
and then it's apple season.
Apple season.
That's right. So the other one is an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And there's actual a literal translation in Italy, so this is an international myth. And it's not truly a myth. It's actually kind of true. Actually, blueberries are better because they have more antioxidants. They're more concentrated. But you know, an apple a day philosophically keeps you healthier because you're eating fruit if you're eating an apple. So it's not literally, but
maybe a little fruit cup, you know, a little blueberries and an apple, maybe some strawberries.
Mix in there.
It makes sense. What's the translation, by the way, in Italian?
Una mela al giorno tiene il medico di torno.
Isn't that cool?
See why
I love her so much?
I know.
It's
such a romantic language.
Well, you should see what she says at home. Well, we can't do it because there may be some Italian listeners. Somebody actually might be able to interpret that. The next one makes a lot of sense. So again, this is a 90-year-old lady. She lives in the Alps. From my understanding, you were home in August. It was 110 degrees in her apartment in beautiful Murano.
Yep.
And she's wearing a coat and a hat.
She has a hat on because she believes that you lose most. I'm not sure if she thinks it's 75%, but the myth is that you lose 75% of your body heat through your head.
I've heard that too.
That's right. That's actually true for babies because they have a big head.
Right.
For people, it's more like 10%. So you lose some heat, and that's why babies,
I have a
you
pretty
always
big
see
head.
them.
I might be losing a lot of body heat.
So I guess it depends on the size of your head.
What do you have next? Oh, this one's about the hiccups.
The hiccups.
I always wondered, have you ever had something like that happen in the middle of a show?
You know, it's never happened to me, but there are horror stories about radio broadcasters. Like, what do you do? Well, play another record.
Play another record. So the myth is to get rid of the hiccups, have someone startle you.
I've heard that too. Yeah.
I think your grandmother would just die of a heart attack. So that would be a non-issue.
There are actually 2 or 3 of these. There is, you can drink 7 sips of water without taking a breath. You can hold your breath. Truth is, none of these have been scientifically proven, but some seem to work, maybe because you believe that it actually works. The only study that has been done, and you can try this, was done in some medical journal in the 70s, and it's actually to eat a spoonful of white sugar.
White sugar.
Yep, and that's supposed to get rid of your hiccup. But being startled, not really scientific, might work for some, might work for not.
How about this next one is great as another myth. You shouldn't swim for an hour after eating.
After eating.
I've heard that. I've been told that.
I've been told that by my parents, my uncles, everybody. Don't swim after you eat. So the thought is that all your blood is actually in your stomach instead of in your muscle. So if you go out and swim, you might get cramps. You might. Truth is, not true. You might not have quite enough energy. You might feel a little bit sluggish, but you know you're not going to drown because you just ate a big meal.
Because you're a little overweighted there. And the last one, actually, I remember growing up. This was really, and I think this one may be true. We'll see, or not. Well, I don't know. Warm milk will help you sleep better? Because I know someone, won't mention any name, Francesca, likes warm milk at night before she goes to bed.
I like that warm milk.
A little warm milk
honey,
with a little Nutella, honey in there.
Especially if
Very
it's cold
Italian.
outside.
That's right.
Truth is, the milk, we've all heard of tryptophan. Same thing that's in turkey.
Turkey, yep.
So turkey has much more. Milk has a little bit. Truth is, you would have to drink a lot of milk in order for the tryptophan to actually have an effect. So it's more just having a warm stomach. It's the routine. It's that warm thing in your hand. So it's the routine of it that calms, especially with children, that just puts them to sleep. But it's not the warm milk itself.
There you go.
There you go.
Once again, news from Italy.
News from Italy. The health myths from Italy from Francesca's grandmother. And it's 106.1 The Corner and Get Moving Charlottesville, which is now on video. We should point out. Yep, wave to the camera there. It's on demand through our Get Moving Charlottesville page. You can click through and view these on the YouTube page at 1061thecorner.com. So thanks so much, guys. Have a great week.
Thank you, Brad.
Thanks, Brad.